Quiet. We're really quiet. Really. Welcome back. We've got two culprits. And another camera view. We've got the super high one, and then we've got this one that I swing in, do the work with. That's probably what we use once we get away from this one. Anyhow, after hours, gonna do some setup on some stuff. Let's move this to the side. We're gonna start with the prime objective, and that camera really has some shake. Let me fix its pulsing twitchiness. All right, exposure is fine. But the autofocus on these will drive you bananas. Anyhow, we've got a Dell Inspiron. Make sure. There, no, it's chopped. It's chopped. No, maybe not. Maybe it's resealed. This is an Inspiron 17 3000 3781, I do believe. Dell Inspiron 17 3000 series 3781, 3871, something like that. I forget its actual designator, but this is a computer for a customer, and we need to do a new setup. But before anything, we need to make it a little zippier. So let's get our adapter out. We may not get this finished today. Well, finished on stream, because I don't want to sit here and wait for the long drawn out process. But we're going to do two things, attempt to do them quickly, and see what comes of it. Alright, let's get our usual wire tie things undone here. The usual suspects holding this stuff together. Alright, we have some power. Is that enough? Yeah, of course it is. Alright, let's take care and get this open. We don't want to scratch it up. Very nice. Now, before we even get to turn this thing on, we're going to attempt. I've never attempted this that I can recall. So before we do anything, let's get the main camera over here, if possible. The only thing is it's not in the same spot, so we got to move it over slightly. This label is removable. That's kind of interesting. Let's take note of that and take a look at it. I want to see. I never saw one of those. This label is removable. Usually it's the exact opposite, where you can't, don't you dare Don't dare touch it. Got it. All right, Sony. I still believe in you. Okay, so it's just a little warning label. It is removable. I think we'll leave it on for now. Let's go ahead, draw that back out, and what are you, Torx? Get into this. We are going to pull the mechanical hard drive in favor of a solid state drive. Now, solid state drives, are they that much faster than mechanical drive? I don't know. I mean, yes, no. I believe they are. They seem to be. You get a little performance boost. Oh, so they do come out. Okay. What was I being? Just lazy and not taking them out? Or do some of these actually stay in? I wonder if this is a complete bottom off. Doesn't appear to be the case, but then again, it could be. I don't see a seam there, so I'm guessing we're going to have to really, really rip into this thing in order to swap the drive out. Will it work? Will cloning a brand new, never turned on, factory installed version of Windows work? Don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so some of these seem stuck intently in place where they are, and some don't want to come out. Or they're really stuck, and other ones seem stuck but would come out after prompting them to, giving them a little positive encouragement. I'm going to keep this thing. That can go back in. Well, the keyboard doesn't pop apart. This is our ROM pull. Yep. Alright, ROM's out. Get these two screws under the optical drive and see what will it take to separate this. And where's the seal? Where's the seam? On the top? One would hope. Okay, so it may be a bottom off. That would be really great if that's the case. That one's out. That one's out. And missing. Okay. Let's go. Actually, let's go up there for now. We'll shove this out of the way, being that we're working. Oop, already beating it up. Alright, bottom off. We have our drive. Let's go ahead and pull it. A few screws, put this back together. Also, get a chance to inspect the hardware. Opinion here, strictly opinion. Are these from the economy line? Yeah, they're somewhat affordable computers, depending on what options you get with one of these. However, it actually does have cooling, adequate cooling. you have room to stick in another stick of RAM. You've got one 8 gig stick there, and what is it, DDR4? Yes, DDR4. So very good. Room to upgrade. Give it a little boost with upgrading the RAM. So another stick of RAM and the SSD would be quite an improvement over the what this computer can already do being new. That I don't like. Let's take a closer look. It looks like a pull tab, but it's not. It's the actual ribbon cable, and you don't know how much room you get. So there we go. With that out, let's take, you know what, let's take a closer look. Dang, what happened to that camera? Looks awful. All right, stock coming out of one of these. It's a 1 terabyte Seagate mobile HDD. That 9.5 millimeter drive versus like the 7.5 or thinner, or perhaps it is a thin one. No, it's definitely a 9 or 9.5. We're going to go ahead and get these pulled out, and then we'll get back to this Dell. We're going to get the cloning process started. I showed that in another video. I think I actually, let me see if I removed the software from the computer. And indeed I did. So we're just going to pretend that we'll make believe that we're doing this on the stream computer, when indeed we're not. We're going to take it over to the all-in-one. One will go into the dock, one will go from a USB 3 to SATA adapter. Such a shame that I can't show this computer on the stream. It doesn't like it. Whenever you run HDMI out over to the streaming computer, it just freaks out. It's all flashy, twitching around, definitely no good. Alright, there's a 931.5 gigabyte, 1 terabyte drive. And let's find the other one. And then our SSD. It's found it, and it's going to shrink the partitions to match the size of the SSD. It's not a 1 terabyte SSD. This person does not need the storage, has expressed that, so we're making that happen. That being said, let's hit proceed and let the cloning begin. Right, there we have that. Let's jump back over here. Actually, we're going to move this Dell out of the way. Nice inside. Let's take a second look real quick while that cloning is starting. It's calculating the time, so when it tells me when I see something, we'll announce that. So yeah, you definitely have an upgrade path option there. Okay, so what are you doing? Auto not an option in your world? Maybe not. Do have an upgrade path as far as the RAM is concerned. You've got an M.2 wireless card. Not bad. It looks like you can also throw an M.2 SSD in there, judging by the label, in case anybody can't read that upside down. We'll spin it around. It does say SSD, and you have room, it would appear, to run out. If you're going to use anything other than, I think, the 2280 length, which is the common length for like the most of your M.2 drives, you can get them in different lengths. You're going to need an adapter to run out. It looks like there's a spot to mount an SSD here, but there's not. Possibly just support, or did they really put a screw hole right where the SSD goes? No, they didn't. Okay. So yeah, possibly you could find a way to support it there. I don't know. We've got our other drive here. Typical little daughter board on this side running from a ribbon cable that comes over and takes a turn somewhere. Not a bad setup. It's your typical laptop. I don't know. 17 inches is not a good size for me. I mean, I guess the screen's big. If you're gonna watch movies and stuff, that would be the way to do it. What do we say? Let's leave the little black mat. Check in. We've got about 9 minutes on the cloning procedure. Get some other stuff out of the way and get to the next culprit. We've got an option, black, and we've got black phone case and blue. So, not sure. We'll compare them, see which way is it gonna have a better look. This box is kind of neat. I wish I would have actually opened it on stream. Hello. I don't know your number. Thanks for calling, though. But I'm not gonna answer that. As you open these, there's you cut the flaps, you may get a little message, Google Store. Hi there. And then inside the box, it actually has, great to meet you. Just kind of stupid little gimmicky thing. And here we have, what is this? You're invited to the sim-free life. Okay, what is sim-free setup? Directly to your phone, get talk, text, and data working almost instantly. No need to visit a carrier store or wait for your SIM card to be mailed to you. Does sim-free setup work with my carrier? So, to see if we can do it sim-free, we'll go to this link, g.co. Let's check it out. We're actually going to hop over and check it out quick. So we will pull up a new tab, g.co /pixel. Where'd that link go? /sim-free. There's my wonderful one-hand typing skills. You wish you could do it. You're invited to the sim-free life. So I'm not seeing the whole sim-free thing that they're talking about. Ah, so this is for Google Fi, not for each carrier. Perhaps we could do it. Perhaps that is something we could explore. Like, yeah, I guess this is already have an account. Service right away, not on Google Fi. Try out service on your phone anytime with no contracts or commitments. always been interested in using that. Gonna check into it. So what we got here, a Pixel 3a. Keep an eyeball on that time, watching the dial with the moving hands. Let's go ahead and try and get this box open. Does it have a seal? It does. I get to look dumb once again. Do we crack it or cut it? We'll just crack it. Ha ha, much easier. It was very nice, very nice. Alright, so we've got a phone. Kind of SIM card tool these guys giving us. The round. I'm not a fan of the round one. I like the it's kind of like a teardrop shape with the tool coming off of it. But hey, a SIM card tool is a SIM card tool. And for a change, I'll actually use the one provided compared to using one not provided. Four minutes. So this may be done before we even get the phone turned on. Did they really give us a Google sticker? They did. Google, you're up in your game. I like that so much better than an Apple sticker. Where are we going to put that? We'll make something proud with that Google logo. All right, so here is your USB-C to USB-C cable. And then you have a USB-C to USB-A adapter. Power brick, I'm guessing. Okay, power brick. And really sad, no headphones. You used to get headphones standard with any phone. That was, yeah, kind of sad that they don't do that any longer. So let's throw that back in. We'll open this and promptly drop it. Okay, that came off almost too nice. I say before we even touch it, it goes in the box. And perhaps we attempt the screen protector. If I didn't misplace them, and I may have. Alright, so another thing, if you like your phone not being cracked, and something that can save your phone and has saved mine many times, tempered glass screen protector. Definitely a good thing. Let's get one of these out. We'll get this out. Do we need to clean a brand new display? I'm wondering. I'm thinking no. We haven't even officially touched it yet, which is kind of sad. There, we pulled it out. We got a speck of dust on it. Let's borrow that. Cloning. It's coming along. It's not done, but it's getting there. Alright, guide stickers. Well, they give you many options. That is your card for running the air bubbles out. And then we've got the microfiber cloth. I think we're just going to go with microfiber. I don't really want to wash and leave any kind of lint or anything from the little cleaning rags. We'll put this on there. Okay, so it does have a guide. The buttons are going over that way. Get off of their lint. You almost need a clean room to install these. Or like a fan moving air away from where you're trying to install a tempered glass screen protector. Even the flimsy ones. I've never had one of those save a phone, but peel off this panel mask before application. It also seems like as soon as you unstick one of these, they are the biggest magnet for, what do I want to call it? The biggest magnet for like static electricity. Try and run the air bubbles out. Doesn't have to be perfect. We've got a couple more shots now. All right, let's go with that. And there's one of those pieces of dust. Like I said, they become the biggest magnet for static electricity, and they'll pick up dust from half a mile away as soon as you try to apply the screen protector. Most, not all, if you do mess up and you want to peel it back up, peel it carefully, take and wash it with like Dawn dish soap under like warm or slightly cool water, and you can knock that dirt off the back and usually get another shot at like go around for it, getting it to stick down. I'm going to say good. Let's go ahead and throw this into a case, and we'll attempt to turn it on and do a setup. Our cloning is about to finish over there, so the real question is black or blue. That's not much of a case. Kind of like the blue. All right, let's clean up our mess. Go for setup. And this was the real point of this, actually. You got a phone, you can open it up. You should have, if it's not an iPhone, you should have a Google app. And I don't believe, no, this isn't the right. Manage your Google account, is it here? No, that's not the settings I'm looking for. There's another settings app where you, okay, settings. So sometimes it's an app, sometimes it's within the settings of the phone, but you can go in and you will find the set up a nearby device option. So once you get one phone on and get the other one, turned on, we're going to take and do a quick setup. Let's kill the ring light. It wasn't being beneficial. It's actually, I used to like doing like just signing in and setting the phone up as new, and I have done that occasionally, like in the past however many years. But this setup feature was something that I've done with the past few phones, going from like the Nexus 4. And not saying you did it this way, but you could do anything that had like NFC, or I think of maybe Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. You had a way to get your phones together and do a setup. It was the Nexus 5, Nexus 5X. I can't remember where it started. But very neat. So we're going to hit start for the setup. Let's do that first. Just a sec. Boy, look at them screens. They look horrible. We're going to skip the SIM-free setup. Scan the Wi-Fi. We're going to go ahead and connect real quick. We'll do that off camera. All right, connecting. Checking for and installing updates. And our cloning procedure has finished. So let's try and do both of these at the same time. For right now, we're going to go and remove both of our drives safely. There's one. And there's the other. Safe to remove your hardware. All right, let's do it. Here is our stock hard drive. Let's back that out. Now let's see what this is saying. Hopefully we can set this off to the side. Copy apps and data. So we're going to hit next. Use your old phone. You need your old Android or iPhone device. Turn it on and keep it unlocked. So they're giving you an actual cable to do it. Let's hit next. Find your old phone's cable. Use a cable that fits your old phone. This is usually the cable used for charging. Oh, so that's what that is. We're doing something new. Google, I like it. It's a shame we gotta shred the box to get the stuff out. Okay. Alright, let's try it. Let's do it. We do happen to have a USB cable here. We'll get this experience together. I've never done it this way. I always did it the wireless way. Okay, so we have the old phone. Find your old phone's cable. Use a cable that fits your old phone. This uses the cable used for charging. We're going to hit next. Insert cable into your old phone. Okay. Insert the cable into the old phone. Check. Let's hit next. Connect the adapter and cable and plug in. Plug the cable into the adapter. Hit next. Insert the adapter into the Pixel 3a. Phones are connected. I've never. Confirm your screen lock. Next. Ooh. They want a thumbprint. We gotta give them a thumb. Let's do this. Did it work? Yeah, I'm not seeing it working. I don't know. The wireless way seems cable disconnected. Okay, confirm screen lock. Let's do this. Touch the fingerprint. Copy data to new phone. Copy. Copying your accounts. Okay. So we're hardwired. We're hardwired. No more wireless. So what is that? Does that mean it depended on Wi-Fi for that? That's why they're including an adapter and a cable, or? Because I think this is the way people assumed it's always been done to transfer data to a new phone. Although I'm not quite sure on that. Quit bombing my phone with text, whoever it is out there. I'm trying to do setup here. Damn it. And clean up my mess at the same time. Imagine that. Choose what to copy. So it wants intervention. Let's hit copy. We will hit next. I get what they're saying. More. Okay. We're going to skip the fingerprint. Let's set our pin up. Continue. No thanks. We'll do that later. Okay, we can do it later. Squeeze for assistant. Always on display. Sure, turn it on. Let's add the other important email account. Or actually, no. We're going to go back and back. Done for now. And let it do its setup. That's actually pretty cool that they give you a cable. I'm going to move it out of the way because the cable is not like cable disconnected. All set. One last tip. Yeah, I've never seen it done in that manner. So I got to do something new today. Point being, let's get back to the main point. Can we do this setup? We've got a few minutes left. So let's get our light back on. We'll dim it down. Yeah, I never did the cable to cable with a phone, so super, I mean, super dumb, but super interesting, being that I never got to do that before. Let's check our, how does it plug in like that? And we'll throw our SSD in. So, never turned on. Is it going to boot? No problem. Just cloning straight from the conventional mechanical spinny drive to the new one. Let's see. If it boots, it does. You can do the rest off camera. I just want to see. I was always curious, and the opportunity presented itself. Rather than going in, doing the setup, and then cloning, we'll try it straight from a clone. I don't see why it wouldn't. Then again, I miss a lot of details when I think about some stuff, so. What's that? Overlook stuff. Yeah, that's a good term for it. I suppose you could also say majorly screw up. I do a lot of that too, but I think we're on point today with this one. Put these few remaining screws in, get the bottom on, and get this thing powered on and the setup for it started. Client data, customer data, we can throw that. There's actually not much. I think less than 200 megabytes. The main use is for the computer. There we go. All right. It may take a minute or two. It's adding its finishing touches on the Pixel. You go there, and there. Almost. It seems like it's going back together too easy. At least for something new. It reminds me of way too easy. The only concern with this one was that dent in the box. There was a dent, like an actual ding in the cardboard. It was to the underside side of the computer. Being that the clone went well, we can't do that. The clone went well. I don't see there being any problems with the mechanical hard drive, but taking a hit like that cannot be good for a computer. As long as the screen isn't broken, everything functions. We don't have to send it back and await another one. Right, now, go in your place. Okay, two tiny screws. One is for here, and I believe the other one goes there, and the rest were all a different size. And counting down the last few final turns, and we get to power this thing on. Let's see what kind of mess I've created. I don't think Dell believes in me. I believe in you, Dell. I know you can do it. Let's move the little mats. We don't want them blocking any of that valuable air. All right, we got our normal white light and the computer. You got power on? All right. We like it. It should go through a normal Windows setup. And HDMI. There you are. What's this? Repair. Let's try it. Like I said, some computers you can do it, some you can't. You can't run that HDMI out yet till you go in and set it up. It all depends on how the display is connected internally, if it works or not, like the type of connection used. Anyhow, that worked. The Pixel worked. I'm going to say good to go on that note. Hanging out, checking it out. This is a question I always wanted answered. Could you take and clone?
Hi there. I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
Nice, Cortana. No, be quiet.
A little.
Always wondered if you could clone a drive without ever doing the first setup, and it seems you can. Awesome. I didn't think it would be any different, but then again, I'm like, you dummy. What are you overlooking? What are you failing on? What did you miss in life this time? It would be obvious to, like, even a first grader why it wouldn't work. What did you miss? But it does work. So, I guess underestimate? I don't know. I dig it. We're going to let Cortana do her thing, get out of here for the day. We'll be back again tomorrow with something else. Yeah, we've got quite a few things going on here. Anyhow, thank you for coming over, hanging out, getting your hands not so dirty. Both new devices, but still better than smudging it up with fingerprints. So, have a good evening, a good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's one of those. If you're into this, awesome. Share it, spread it, get it out there. Show people how to do it. If you know somebody needs it done, you're the person. Get it done. Give them a hand. Thank you for clicking that link and coming over. I appreciate everyone. Thank you.